What's going on YouTube? So I've owned this truck for, I don't know, almost 2 years, and I changed the oil in it, fixed what's broke, and one thing I haven't done was check or change or flush or do anything to the coolant. Well, as you can see, looks like I got a leak, and it's coming from the heater core, and looks like pretty much just rusty water. Well, we live in Arizona, and a lot of people just fill up their radiator or coolant reservoir with just straight tap water, which is obviously no good. So I'm pretty sure that's what rotted out my heater core. Well, considering I do live in Arizona and it's the end of February, it's about to get warm out, I don't really need my heater right now. I do have a heater core on order, so it's going to be sitting on my shelf until it gets cold enough where I'm motivated enough to want to change it. So what I'm going to do right now is bypass the heater core. I'm going to show you how to bypass the heater core. So stand by and I'll show you what's going on. Now this goes for, well, obviously the O2s, but I think it's anywhere from 2001 probably to 2005. I'm not for sure, but it goes pretty much the same on any vehicle. First you got to find the heater core lines that run into the cab, and on this truck that's right there. So that's what we're looking for. Alright, so once you've located your heater core lines, you're probably trying to figure out how to disconnect them if you're working on a truck like mine, an 02 GMC Sierra, and any other Chevy around the same year. I'm no genius, I don't know which ones had the quick disconnects or how they all hook up, but anyways, on the O2 you need a tool similar to this. It is a fuel AC line disconnect tool. I bought these at O'Reilly's. I think they were $8 or something like that. This one right here, the 3/4 inch one, is the one you need. Looks like that. These little ends right here, that's what fits inside to unlock the locking mechanism. So let's go see how this thing works. Well, I've been working in the rain, but kind of starting to rain a little bit harder, so I figured might as well take a break, enjoy some beverages. Alright, so you look up in there and there's the heater core lines. Now notice one of mine's already disconnected. Well, I think a previous owner, somebody had already broken that quick disconnect, the one on the driver's side, the right side there. So they removed all the quick disconnect and just slipped the hose over the line. I guess that's one way you could do it. I will say it was a pain to get the hose off of that because a rubber hose kind of likes to stick to aluminum, so I wouldn't suggest doing that. You can get brand new disconnects at O'Reilly's. I think they're around $6, so after inserting this quick disconnect tool in that hose, it is much easier to remove this hose with the quick disconnect than it is to just stick the hose over that, clamp it down, and then 8 years later, or 10 or 15 or whatever, with the limited amount of room that's in here, it's kind of a pain to get those off. So don't cheap out, get the quick disconnect. So as you can see here, I've already got the quick disconnect tool. Again, it's the 3/4 inch size one inserted in there. It was pretty easy to get in, just kind of get one side in there and then work the other side in, and pretty simple. And then once you get it in there, you just twist this off and it comes right out. Simple as that. A lot easier than trying to remove a hose clamp. So let's see, we'll move on here and go to the next step. Okay, so here is the quick disconnect that came off that hose. Remember I said well, I just looked it up. It's $9 at AutoZone for one of these guys. It is actually this guy right here, Dorman brand part number right there. You can call. Well, at least it's $9 in my location. But yeah, that's what the part number is for it. So anyways, remember I said it's a good thing to replace these. For one, it doesn't seize onto that hose fitting. You know, if you get rid of this and just go with the hose on it, it kind of corrodes and seizes itself on there. So if you ever have to take it off again, it's going to be a pain. Another reason I would recommend replacing these, after watching a couple other YouTubers' videos about heater core leaks, they said that they thought theirs was leaking, and then it ended up being this quick disconnect, and I could see why. It has a little O-ring right inside there, or a little seal, and obviously rubber and heat, old doesn't go together, so they dry rot and get corroded, or they don't fit right. So I would suggest replacing that if you're doing this, or when you're doing your heater core, replace them, or just as preventative maintenance, replace them. So to get this off of that hose, they have a little plastic locking ring on them from the factory. To get it off, I used cut-off wheel, cut a little notch in it right there. It spread right open pretty easy and came off. And then you pull this off. And as you can see, the plastic's starting to fall apart also. So yeah, this is the fitting that I'm going to use to bypass the heater core with 2 hose clamps. So let's do that. Little trick here. If you buy too small of a hose clamp, like I did, on accident, you can take them apart, stretch them out, put them together like that. Alright, so I installed the adapter fitting. I forgot to mention it's a 3/4 inch in diameter fitting. I bought that at O'Reilly's also. I believe it was also a Dorman brand. But essentially what you do is take one heater core hose, put it to one side of the fitting, take the other one, put it to the other side, clamp it down, and now the heater core is officially bypassed. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If so, please comment, give it a thumbs up, and y'all have a good day. Thanks. So you guys, one thing I don't think that I mentioned, or maybe I did, but even though I'm working on an 02 Chevy truck, GMC truck, this sort of procedure for bypassing the heater core pretty much goes for any other vehicle out there. I mean, the heater core all has one in, one out. You just have to bypass it. So yeah, just a little bit of information if you guys, anyone else wants to bypass, you know, maybe another vehicle. But that's it.